Hello and welcome. I'm Saeed from StoryPlanet.net. Dive right into the essence of the most captivating books without reading them cover to cover. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, we offer you a unique and enriching listening experience. Today, we are exploring the book, Building a Story Brand, a creation by Donald Miller. In Building a Story Brand, 2017, you'll find a practical guide on how to market your company or product with great effectiveness. By introducing a 7-part framework for storytelling, these summarizer will assist you and your company in crafting a compelling message that no customer can overlook. Before we delve into these revelations, it's interesting to note that Donald Miller, CEO of the marketing agency StoryBrand and a New York Times best-selling author, has written acclaimed books such as Blue Like Jazz and A Million Miles in 1,000 Years. With 9 key ideas to unveil, brace yourself for a deep dive into this captivating book. On StoryPlanet.net. To start, using storytelling can be an effective way to sell your product. By highlighting the benefits and value that your product brings to the customer, you can answer the question of "What's in it for me?" and ultimately convince potential buyers to make a purchase. Storytelling allows you to connect with your audience on an emotional level and create a compelling narrative that engages and convinces them to buy your product. Stories have always been important in human life and have shaped who we are. This text explores how to harness the power of stories in selling a product. It teaches you how to create your own story brand, stand out from the competition, build relationships with customers, and position your product effectively. It emphasizes that your company is not the main character, teaches you to present a problem as a villain, and explains the importance of avoiding financial losses. Key idea number 1. It is important for your marketing message to be clear and address your customers' needs. Having a new website alone won't increase sales if you don't use effective language. Your message should clearly communicate who you are, what you do, and why a customer should choose you. Consider the survival-related needs of your customers and how your product or service can help them. Use this knowledge to explain how your product satisfies those needs and helps customers thrive. In the house painting example, focus on how a well-painted house can help customers have friends over more often, satisfying their need for companionship and belonging. Key idea number 2. The key point of the text is that the StoryBrand 7-part framework can help make your marketing message more memorable. A good story captures our attention and is memorable because it is organized information. Using the StoryBrand 7-part framework, you can create a message that is as catchy as a melody by turning it into a story. The framework consists of 7 modules: character, problem, guide, plan, calls to action, failure, and success. The story arc follows the character's desire, the problem they face, the appearance of a guide, the provision of a plan, the call to action, the avoidance of failure, and the achievement of the desired outcome. By following this structure, you can create a story-based brand message called a StoryBrand brand script that will capture and hold the attention of your customers. Key idea number 3. Focus on understanding and meeting the desires of your customers, as they are the central figures in your brand story. The hero of a brand story should always be the customer, not the brand itself. By focusing on the needs and wants of customers, the brand can quickly come to mind when customers are in need. A luxury resort made the mistake of not focusing on their customers, resulting in a lack of clarity in their message and failure to mention how they could fulfill customer needs. To engage customers, the brand story should target a specific desire instead of listing all the services offered. The resort was able to turn things around by realizing that customers simply wanted to relax. This led to a redesigned website featuring photos and a message centered around relaxation and luxury. Key idea number 4. To better engage your customers, focus on their internal problems or villains. This means understanding their pain points and addressing them effectively. The second module of the SB7 framework focuses on how your product or service solves customer problems. By addressing and vilifying the problems that your customers face, You engage them and make them feel understood. Cast the problem as the villain and position your customer as the hero. Internal problems, such as inner frustrations, are just as important to consider and market towards. Even if your product is external, marketing with internal problems in mind can make you stand out from the competition. Show customers how your product can solve their internal problems, and they will be more likely to choose you. Key idea number 5. The key point of the text is to guide customers by being empathetic and authoritative. In every story, the hero faces challenges and is guided by someone who imparts wisdom and support. In your brand story, your company should act as the guide for your customers, helping them overcome their problems. To effectively present yourself as a guide, you need to show empathy and authority. Empathy helps build a trusting relationship with your customers, while authority is established through a constant demonstration of competence. Use testimonials and numbers to illustrate your company's competence. Key idea number 6. To ensure customer purchases, it is important to have either a process plan or an agreement plan in place. Establishing trust with customers is important, but it doesn't guarantee a purchase. To facilitate the buying process, you need to create a plan. The plan can be a process plan which instructs customers on how to buy or use your product, reducing confusion and increasing customer retention. Alternatively, you can offer an agreement plan, which eliminates customer fears by providing promises or guarantees about your product or services. Key idea number 7. To encourage customers to make a purchase, use direct or transitional calls to action. To effectively challenge customers to take action, you can use direct calls to action like "Get it now" or "Purchase." These should be featured multiple times on your website. Additionally, transitional calls to action can help maintain a relationship with customers who may not make a purchase by offering something memorable and free, like a series of webinars or a PDF download. This ensures they think of you in the future when they encounter the problem your product solves. Key idea number 8. Remind customers of potential loss to encourage purchase. The fear of failure and the desire to avoid loss drive people's purchasing decisions. It is important to highlight the disadvantages of not purchasing a product or service. Examples include showcasing potential losses that can be protected against with insurance, or emphasizing personal meetings and transparency in financial advising to counter the fear of being cheated. Understanding how to leverage failure sets the stage for addressing the concept of success. Key idea number 9. To convince customers and make them understand the impact of your product, it is important to communicate a vision that highlights how your product will transform their lives. Stories are engaging because of the possibility of a tragic end, but no one wants their own story to end tragically. After highlighting the dangers of not buying a product, the happy ending offered by the product should be presented. This happy ending is success. Strategies to create a vision for customers to strive towards include status, completeness, and self-acceptance. Selling a premium membership to offer exclusive perks can create a sense of status. Promising fulfillment, even for simple products like dish soap, can be appealing. Helping customers accept themselves and reach their potential can also be effective in creating a compelling vision. In conclusion, using the StoryBrand 7-part framework can help create a clear brand message that resonates with customers, incorporating narrative storytelling elements such as character, problem, guide, plan, calls to action, failure, and success is essential. Additionally, associating your brand with successful individuals or events can inspire customers to believe that your products can help them achieve their goals. The example of Red Bull's association with athletes and sporting events is evidence of the effectiveness of this approach. Thank you for listening to this summary. If you enjoyed this exploration, we invite you to discover other fascinating books on StoryPlanet.net. Don't wait any longer. A multitude of books, stories, and knowledge await you there. See you soon on StoryPlanet.net.